I'm gonna start recording a meeting session today, just so you have a video later on if you want to refer back to this session today. And we have done in the past also, where if you want to stop really quick, either you want to copy what I'm doing, or you want to write out more notes on your end, feel free to stop me all the time because it seems like the most effective way is to have the trainee kind of follow through and take a note if they need to. So by all means, stop me at any time if you need to.
Sounds good.
Yep. So we're gonna start the meeting today from section G, import new product to Shopify. And there's a red highlighted text saying that please use the RSH. Actually, I always misspell it. Wait, no, it's correct. RSH Shopify master template. That is a CSV file that I sent to you. Which is this CSV file right here. Like I say, I was able to combine the three apps together in one master template. So that's probably a good news for you where you can just work on this CSV file only, and you don't have to switch between different spreadsheets on that. And that kind of what the note I write in here is the columns in the CSV, the Shopify master template, the column are organized in like the most sufficient way to kind of support the three different apps that we're using. So the three apps will be, one is Shopify, is for you to import products in. The second one is the Advanced Shipping Manager, and that is for UPS shipping. And the last one is the XPO freight shipping, and that is for freight shipping. So those are the three apps will involve for you to import a new product. And I was able to combine every single column that you need into one master file, which is the one you're opening right now. The second note is all the names in there are the first round, round number 1. Don't change any of this name. It's because that is how the app recognizes the data. It's not recognized by the column number, but the name itself. So it's important to keep all this name on top the way it is. And I would advise not to move any columns either, because I already organized the column in a way that will help and will work with 3 apps for one template. So everything is good for you to go. And the last note I have is some of the columns in the Excel file are hidden right now. Is because either they're not necessary to show. So I just kind of hide it. So you see from here, jump from E to K. So just know it there. But again, don't move anything and you should be good to go. So I think for the purpose today, what we will do is to open the QuickBooks CSV file that you sent in the past, and that will be the source of data that where you pull. So every single column every column here that is necessary to work with 3 apps, you will be able to go off from the QuickBooks template that you sent to me from QuickBooks. So we're not filling in any blank. We just basically either copy or paste, or using formula, or using a default value from the app to fill in all the necessary column in this master master CSV file. And that will be the goal of the exercise today and the whole training. Is by the time you leave, you will be able to get a new product and kind of go through each of these columns right here, and based on the instruction that I sent. So I think because we have 2 different days for training, I think today it'd be good to kind of walk you through and then have you taking notes. And then on Thursday, if you want to bring back like the top 5 or the next 5 or next 10 products you want to import to the website at this moment, then we can have you kind of show your screen and walk you through and repeat the steps and see what we need to improve and what if you do it correctly or not.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you're saying there's a test?
You broke up right there at the end. Did you say, so you're saying there's a chance?
No, I said, so you're saying there's going to be a test?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what life always is, right?
No, I think it'll be good. It looks intimidating, but it's not really. If you just kind of follow the instruction, it's just multiple steps that we have to do. So, the first thing in here is you have 2 Excel files open, one from QuickBooks and one is a template. The first step is copy and paste every column in QuickBooks that you will use again in a Shopify master template. So I kind of divided it to 2 columns for you. The one on the left is the QuickBooks data and the name of it. And the one on the right here is the name, the title of that column in Shopify master template. And every title have the either A, B, C, D, the alphabet after that. That is the column number refer to that Excel format.
So let me just.
Go ahead.
No, I was looking at what you had there, and you had A. I just want to make sure that. But then on the right-hand side, you had a bunch of columns. I just didn't know if I had to put that information in all of those columns.
Correct. So let's go to the first line. It is the radiator supply house part number. This is what your QuickBooks looks like, correct? When you export, like remember the first time you export your QuickBooks to me, this is what the CSV on your file look like.
Okay.
So like I say, part number, column A. So you want to copy this number right here. And then I'm just going to repeat it, just so we can play along with it. So that number right here will go to, on the master template, it go to C, the barcode, it go to handle, it will go to the variant SQ, it will go to the variant barcode, and it will go to the ID.
Okay.
So they're all the same value. You just have to copy and paste them to different columns. So I'm gonna start doing it.
And Wes, I know you're asking, why can't you just put those right next to each other?
Oh no, I don't care about that. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason, but go ahead and tell me.
It's just because the way that Tam set this up for multiple things, for UPS, XPO, and Shopify, those columns have to be in that particular order and have that particular name in that first row in order to make it work.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
again, if I'm looking at this correct, and we're on the, you know, what I'm exporting from QuickBooks, again, I'm copying that whole, which would be a column. I'm gonna copy that whole column, and I'm gonna put it into those, whatever, those 4 or 5 or 6 places. I mean,
Yep,
does that make sense?
Yeah,
you could do that.
Yep. You can do multiple copy. Here, let me pull up, because I think I have your the other one that you gave, but I think I modified on my end.
Here's the difference. I mean, you can pull that up. I just want to make sure. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense, because obviously I'm not going to do these one at a time. I mean, that would take way too long. So obviously,
No.
I would copy that whole column, and I'm going to put it in all those different spots.
Yep. So let me do this really quick. Oh no, this is the one. Okay, top 75. Okay, so let's do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here. So to repeating after my step, column A, you will just copy the whole thing. Handle will be barcode. And when you copy something like this, when it have this option right here, if it's not show you any number, it's good possibly because the link from your laptop. Remember the first time we export the CSV file, all the number was wrong because the data was linked to your desktop. So if you ever come across copy and paste something that is not showing you the value that you see, click on this icon right here where it says paste option and select value and number formatting.
Okay.
And you see how it changed the format back to how it changed from like this format to this format. And now because you're in the same Excel file, you can just highlight the entire thing again, because now it will carry the format for you.
Okay.
And then copy it to all the columns. So you will do barcode, handle, skill, variant skill, and then variant barcode and ID.
Yep.
So that's the first one. And then I can just go down the line on here. So that will be, the next one is the description from your QuickBook. We'll go to the title in the Shopify master file. So QuickBook, description, go to title, will be this one right here, column O, title, paste them in. Again, you have a paste option here. I usually just make sure it say use destination field, because that's what we intended it to be. So that is good. And then for some reason it align the text to center. So I will just, if I want, I can change it to left, but it's not important. So
Okay.
now you have the title. The next step will be the product category from your QuickBook, column D, to the type in the Shopify master template, column F. So category QuickBook, column D, Shopify master template, type, column F. Again, use destination, line left. The next line item is vehicle equipment make, column E, to vendor, column Q. There will be the vehicle, column E, Shopify master, vendor, column Q, line left. Next item is vehicle or equipment model, column F, to vehicle and equipment model, column R. So that will be F, to R, and so you're gonna kind of see the one that has 0. And usually I will just delete them. It just means it's not. Well, I actually delete the vehicle equipment, so delete all the 0.
Now, if I leave a 0, it will actually post it somewhere.
It will go to fit. So what we're going through right now, it is little text right here.
Yeah.
So if you leave it 0, it will just say fit Western Star 0, unless that is the info that actually accurate.
No, it's not accurate. But okay.
Okay. Yeah, so I will just delete it, and I don't know if, and this is also up to you. If this is 0, then you can just skip the body part if you want. Because otherwise it will just say fit Western Star, and then I don't know if that will be accurate.
Okay.
So that's totally up to you. But for the one that actually have number on that, it will just say fit country code Matter or fit Monaco 9 and Diploma.
That makes sense.
Yep. Yep, and then the other one we have like number down here. And that's what I've been using for the website. So then we'll skip the year, because the year will also already in the description. So that doesn't have to go through, because most of them are 0. So we just skip it. And the one that actually have data on that is also in the title itself. So then the next line item is shipping weight in QuickBooks. Column H will go to weight in Shopify Master, column 80. So weight, column H, Shopify Master, weight, column 80. And then the next 3 is same as well, and they all next to each other. So you can possibly select 3 columns and then just copy over. So shipping length, column I, shipping width, shipping height. We just go to length, width, and height in the Shopify Master template. So okay. We'll go back to your top 75. There will be the 3 right here. So I will just select this cell and select hold on to shift and select the last cell, and it will just select the range in between. So copy and then go to the master. If you just let your cursor on the first cell and then paste it, it will paste in everything for you.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize that. Okay, that's cool.
Yep. So let me do that once again. So again, if you click, so let's go back to the QuickBooks. If you click on the first that you want to select, so this, the order is left to right, top to bottom. If you select the first one, which is in this case will be I2, this right here, I'm holding on to my shift key on my keyboard right now. You can't see it, but I'm holding on to my shift keyboard, and then move to the last data you want, which is in this case will be K8 is the last cell, and it's because left to right, top to bottom. I hold on to shift and I click on it again. That's how you kind of select the range of it.
That totally makes sense.
Yep, copy, and then go back to Shopify master template. Click the first cell, pay, and then now you have everything in for you.
Cool.
So that is, oh, and then for the normal pricing, and normal pricing meaning the customer price, in column L, you can copy and paste it into variant price, AL. So that will be this column right here. Copy, go back here, AL, variant price, first cell, paid. And after you do that, make sure you do the paid options, and then do values and number formatting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, wait.
Let me make a note of that real quick.
Oh, actually, that will be match. I'm sorry, repeat that. That will be match destination formatting. That's the one you want to use. For the variant price, make sure after you paste it, select match destination formatting.
Okay. Yep. No, I just made that. I made that mark.
And the reason for that is as long as you have your price under this format where it doesn't have the dollar sign in front of it, and it doesn't have any comma in between the numbers, that's how Shopify wants it. So we just want to format the way that Shopify will read it, because otherwise it will just read it as error and it will just skip it.
Okay.
So that is good. So that's the first step. You went through all the columns in your QuickBooks except the manufacturer part number and the year, and then you convert them to the Shopify master template. And this is your base data, because everything else you can either do, every other column you can either do default value, or you just have to use a formula to fill it out. So that's the first step. So the next step is even easier. And this one, you don't need, so from this point, you can just focus on a Shopify master template from this point.
That makes sense.
The next step is fill in the default value for all the columns that can be default in the Shopify master template. And the reason why this is default is it's basically fitting with your product. So some of the data is to fit with your product or the way we want to ship it or whatnot. So it's just a default that we select so it can work with your product.
Yep.
So for column D, the freight class, you want to fill in density base. That will be this one right here. select all of them and then just density base. So help me with the first one. So I have after I paste it in, I can hover my mouse to the top bottom right corner when my cursor from the white plus become black plus like cross sign, and then I can just drag it down to the cells below it, and that's how you copy the data down on in Excel.
Okay.
So I have them fill in. The next line for the code method, you want to do L, which is the way that the freight shipping recognizes as freight shipping versus small package. So that's why we'll just fill it in as L on this column. So that's all L. The hazardous material, next one, column K, will be 0. So you can copy and paste that 0 all down. So everything will be 0. 0 means that it doesn't contain hazardous material like inflammable, and 1 means they are. If you have hazardous material, which I don't believe you do, but if you do, this cell will become 1 instead of 0.
Okay. Now, one other question on the quote method there you had. You have L, and you said that was all for, did you say smaller packages?
No, so L is for freight shipping. And
okay.
So in this column right here, there's either going to be L or S. L is for freight shipping, and S is for small packages, which in this case, it won't be applicable.
Okay.
Because the first from column A to K right here is used for the XPO freight shipping. So even if we be able to ship it in UPS shipping carrier, it won't be using this column right here. It will be down the line on this side. So because of that, on this E column, the default value is L.
Okay.
So the next line item is for publish, column yield. You want to put in true, meaning that will be displayed to your website.
Okay.
So yield, paste it in, true. For option 1 name, and this is required. You always have to have option 1 name and option 1 value in Shopify. That's just how Shopify wants it, but we can use default value like in this scenario. So we fill in option 1 name to be title, and option 2 value is to be default title. So that's what I will fill it in. So option 1 title, option 1 value, default title. And the next variant inventory policy, column AJ, the default value right now I have it is denied. And in this, so basically in this column, what it does is it will determine what happens if the inventory is out. And right now, I know we still kind of have to explore more and see what not under inventory tracking. So it either can be denied or continue. And deny means when the inventory out, which is in this case, it will never out because we don't keep track of that. It will just keep displaying that product on the website until you set publish, until you set that product publish from true to false. So
when it says false, what does that mean? It actually won't show up on the website, or it'll default to call for availability?
It won't show up on the website. So when it's
there. So, and I guess this is probably my first question is we do need, and let's just say we've got 75 pieces up there, okay? And let's say that I've got another 100 that I want to add, so there'd be 175 total, but 75 of them we have on the shelf, and we want to sell. We want people to be able to click buy it now. But the other 100 are things that we can build, but they're not on the shelf. And so I'm okay with displaying a price, but it couldn't have a buy it now button, and it would say something about call for availability, or email for availability, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Contact us for availability, and then they could call or click a button. Is that a possibility? I think we've chatted about that, but I'm not sure what we came up with.
So right now I know Shopify doesn't have waitlist. The way that it's structured is this column right here. If I change it to continue, it's still gonna help them be able to buy it. But you as a seller, we just have to contact them directly and saying that the product is actually backlogged right now, and the estimated time for that will be such and such.
Okay, so that essentially, I guess that's the way of doing it. It's just kind of a backwards way of doing it, but you're saying that we can still get it, it's just not on the shelf right now.
So with this Excel right here, all it does is there are two parts. One is display to your website, and one is inventory tracking. And right now, the part that we are missing is inventory tracking. And it's mainly because when the QuickBooks that you exported out doesn't have that information on here, because in Shopify, one of the columns that I hide which actually related to inventory tracking.
Yeah, so like how many you have?
1 second. So that will be under, let me unhide all of the column. This is where you will put how many inventory that, because you will be able to keep updating this info. So this will be this column right here. Will tell Shopify how many products you have for that one product. So let's say for the 601131, if I put in 100 and I export them today, which is October 1st, when we import this Excel to Shopify, it will recognize it as you have 100 products of the 601131 in stock. Now people can just keep order it. So the difference is if I set this is true versus false. So when it's true, it will show that product on the website. and when it's fall, it won't show that product on the website. So that is all column view will do for you. Is either you want to show it or you don't want to show it.
So,
But the data is still in your system. So let's say this product is out, but it come back in like 10 days. And that's where you want to switch it from true to false when it's out. And when it goes back, you can use the same, you basically can use the same template and switch it from false to true. And that because you don't want to delete the data on your system also because you might be able to use that data again, like in terms of everything that we're filling in so far until this whole thing is filled. You want to keep each single product in your data just in case. But if you want to show that product to customer online, then it's true. If you don't want to show that product to customer online, then it's false.
so if, sorry, Tam's gonna run and grab some water. I understand what you're trying to get at, Wes. I'm gonna ask Tam, maybe if there's a way, instead of having a price, like you said, you know, if you're out of that product, but you still want to show it, to see if maybe in the spot where there's a price, if maybe we could put like call now or something like that, maybe something like that.
Yeah, ideally, because, and again, we're not ready today, but ideally here in the next 30 days, 60 days, we'd like to put all of our stuff up, all of our pricing, and then knowing that really, I hate to say it right now, only 20% of it, you know, you can buy it now is only 20% of it.
Yep.
The rest of it literally is, you know, hey, we sell it. Oh, by the way, we just don't have it on the shelf because, you know,
Yep.
again, we maybe only sold it, we might only sold it 3 times last year, but we'll build it for the next 20 years. We'd like to be able to display that stuff without a buy it now button. And if we can keep the price up there, we'd like to keep the price up there.
Okay, so still have a price and still do that. Is there?
Let me make a note to myself and then go back to Shopify and ask them because let me look here real quick.
So, and my thought was, can you put letters in the price area?
No, because it has to be a number.
Has to be a number. Okay.
You will have to use that either in the body or somewhere.
Yep.
Okay, so.
And that's something that we can figure out which column to put it in so that it might go up.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me see, what was that?
And then maybe if there's something that
Inventory
can
policy.
take off the buy it button or something like that. So
Here's the deal. It might be something that we might end up having to add into the description that just says, you know, not in stock, but, you know, or we could build time is 10 to 14 days, and the price is 13, blah, blah, blah. And then we just don't have a, you know, we don't offer a buy it now or anything in the actual price, you know, that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's
I'd rather not do that, but if somebody can make a note and get back to me on what the best option is, that'd be great.
Yep. So by the quick look at it, it's probably gonna be this column right here is either gonna be deny or continue. Right now that option won't be continue because what continue do, it will allow sales to continue into negative inventory level. So that won't work in this case because you don't want them to actually place an order. So I have to go back to Shopify and ask them when I do deny, when it go back to 0 and it stops selling that product, what happens if we deny and stop selling the product? Can we manipulate it in a way that if it's denied and the product goes to 0, it will display the message to the people who trying to buy that.
Okay. And really, what it comes down to is they can buy it. It just has to be built. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
fine with, you know, if they want to buy X amount of them, as long as we can convey the fact that it's going to be the 10 to 14 days or whatever we are out, if that makes sense.
Yep. No, that's good. So I make a note to it.
Okay, thank you.
So that will be denied for now on the variant inventory policy, column AJ. Column AK, variant fulfillment service. I just put manual. And it's because you guys don't actually hire a third party fulfillment service to fulfill product for you. You fulfill the product in-house, and that's what manual means.
Okay.
For variant required shipping, it is true, meaning that this is a physical product and it requires for shipping because Shopify also allows services to sell online. But in this case, it will be actually true for the physical shipping requirement.
Okay.
For the variant taxable, it's also true. And it just means that it calculated the sales tax, but I believe I look it up and in your state, the sales tax is 0.
Perfect.
But I usually just keep it true just in case if you guys ever move or anything like that to the state that they actually charging sales tax, then having it true here will use Shopify automated tax calculation from Shopify. So like if you guys move to Minnesota, it will add in another 6% or 8% on sales tax of that product.
Don't move to Minnesota.
Yeah.
No.
You don't want our taxes.
No.
Yeah, but you guys have income tax and property tax?
Yep. Income tax,
Really?
federal, state, property tax. Oh yeah.
And you have sales.
And sales tax, except for clothes and food.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah.
So what about food? So you get taxed on food, but you don't get taxed on clothes?
We get taxed on food if it's prepared, but like if you buy food from the grocery store, you don't get taxed. Unless it's like candy. You still get taxed on candy. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's just a tax for the kids. That's crap.
Yeah.
I agree. But like Tam's eating trail mix right now. It has peanuts or M&Ms in it, so that entire thing is taxed because only because it has M&Ms in it.
That's insane.
Yeah, no shit.
No, I like it though.
Sorry. All right,
No, I mean I like the trail mix. No, I like the tax.
Sorry, I derailed us. I hate taxes. They make me mad anyway. So sorry. Get back to it, Sam.
Yep. So the next one is in the image source, column AQ. You can just copy the entire URL right here. And that means because we're using the default photo, which is this photo right here. So that URL meaning that you will display this photo on here. So in the future, when we have the actual product photo, this will be filled out differently.
Okay.
But for now, you can just copy that URL that I have in there and make it as default value.
Okay, but in the future though, as I have different photos for these, we will be changing that up.
Yep. So in order to do that in the future, you have to go into Shopify. Well, we write that you're gonna go to Shopify dashboard. This is what it looks like when you log in. You have to go to settings. files, and then if you haven't uploaded that file into Shopify, then you want to click on Upload File and select the image of that image from your
Okay,
desktop.
so what you're saying is I need to upload. So let's just say we got 100 pieces up there now, and we got images for 80 of them. I need to go take those 80 images and upload them into Shopify, and then at that point I can start adding images to the specific listings, and that's the only way they're going to show up. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, and like when you upload them, this one allows both uploading. So again, click on the first image and go to the last image you want to upload. Hold on to Shift, and then click on it, and we'll just select every single file that you want to upload. So in your case, will be 80 files, and then just hit Choose after all. I won't do it now, but hit Choose after all, and then after I upload them, it will have the image display on the over here with the name of that, and all you need to do is go to URL column and copy the entire URL to that of that image. Copy and make sure you have to select the entire thing because this one, even though it's just display, is cut off right here. So I usually just do a Control A on here to make sure I select all, and then copy them, and then go back and paste it into this column AQ image source right here. And that is how you make the image appear that product online on Shopify.
Okay, that makes sense. The other question I have, most of our images, we've got them saved as, radiator supply house, icebox, the part number, and then what it fits, you know what I'm saying? So that Google, when Google's doing its little search, it finds them. Is that something that is important, or obviously it's not important if it's just a URL? Is Google going to somehow be able to search? So when, I've got a 450 John Deere radiator.
Yeah. So the file name is not as important. What Google will use to search is actually this column AS right here. Is the image alternate text. And actually I have a formula down the line here to have this image alter text to copy the data from the title.
Awesome. That's
so you
perfect.
See how the title says right here? When you use the formula I have and paste it into this image alternate text, that is how the Google will be able to find that image.
I had no doubt you had it figured out, Cam. That's perfect.
No worries. And like you can also see the whole SEO title and SEO description right here, this whole thing here. And actually hide it because if you don't fill this out, it will just copy the default of the title and the body in front right here.
Okay.
You only need to fill this out if they are different, then what you intended to show to the customer online on Shopify. And in this case, you don't have that intention, so it should be fine.
Okay. And you're saying by leaving those blank, it just automatically defaults to that, and I don't have to worry about it. Because in my mind, I think if it's not in there, it's not in there. But you're saying that it doesn't matter.
No, it is correct. If it's blank, it will wrap the default format, which is the column that we fill out the title and the body of it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yep. So then after that, and you can skip. Oh, and then I think the last one is on a gift card. Oh, there's two more. There's gift card, column 80. The default value will be 4.
And that's unless that's unless there's something that maybe isn't moving, and then I can go and put true on that, and then I can go throw like a discount code in there. Is that right?
No, this is gift card, meaning if you guys have gift card as payment method,
Okay.
then they can use it. The discount code will be in a different section than this section right here. This is basically just saying that this product, they can use a gift card to pay for it on top of Visa or whatnot. And I don't believe you guys having that right now.
No.
Yep. So you can leave it blank. Let me double check. Yep. So you guys don't have gift card right now, so it won't be relevant. And the last default value you want to do is on the ship alone, column DQ, you want to put in yes. And this is only for UPS shipping, this column right here. So from the end to the end of it, this will be used for Advanced Shipping Manager, which is the app that we use to ship out in via UPS shipping.
Okay.
So this will be yes for the ship alone. So that is all. That's step 2 of filling out all the default value.
Okay.
And the next one, the next step is gonna be using formula to fill out these 5 columns right here.
Okay, so, and you realize this is the part that I don't understand.
Yep, and so I can go slow. And basically with Excel, you can. This is just make your workflow go faster. And leverage Excel formula to help you filling in the blank. So the first one right here, whenever I say round number, it means that you will wrap whatever round of that product, specific product that you're on right now. So in this case, if we fill in now 601, 131, the round number for it will be 6. So what I would do is copy this whole thing right here. So copy them. And then that will be on the P column P, the body HTML, which is this right here. So hey, let me zoom it in even closer so you.
So this is just basically a pre-made formula.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you can
go. Okay. That's awesome. So
all you have to do is
I just gotta cut and paste.
Yep. You're gonna have to alter it just a little bit, but Tam will show you an easy way to alter it for multiple ones.
Yep. So so after you copy from the other one, right click, paste it in. It's still gonna say the round number here, and this is where you have to change it to the correct number. So like I say, in this case it will be 6. So I will highlight the entire thing and then put it 6. So that will be Q6. And then R will be R6. And then take a close look at this right here. This is what it should be looking like after you changing the correct route. And because of this format, what's gonna happen when I hit enter? And the reason for it is because it's too big, so I need to expand. Wait.
No.
Oh, because I don't have anything in R. Let's do 7 for now, and then we can come back to 6, because this one doesn't have the value in R, which is the one I have 0. So I will copy again. We'll do Q7, and then R7. You see how I want to change it? It's highlighted 2 right here. Oh, why does it keep saying that?
Check for a space in front of that, oh, you have 2. Expand. You need another, okay, there's quotes. There's quotes. Should there be something, so that's a space?
No, that's a space, so I don't know why it's not.
Go to the front, go all the way to the front, hit backspace,
Back.
and then enter.
No, it's something wrong with my formula. Oh, I think you have to do text, that's why. I think my formula was wrong. Give me 1 second, Wes. Technical issue.
It's impressive.
My formula is right. Go. That is where text has to be. Now it's working. It's crazy. It's the exact same.
There must have been something weird in it.
It's
So
probably just because of how Word document format.
There's formatting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So we'll figure out how to.
How come this right here? I think it's just a different quotation format.
And it might be a space. We'll test it out, Wes, just to make sure.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Yeah, let me try this.
I promise if I have problems with it, I won't be calling anybody else.
No, you're good. Okay, this one should work now. Okay, it's worked now. So we send you the revised training document. But the issue of that is basically instead of this kind of like wedge quotation mark when it's like lean forward, you basically have to use the one that just straight up from your keyboard. But that's what it is. So we'll send you the revised versions of this.
Yep.
It should be good.
But again, though, if I don't go and cut and paste it, if I just go in there and type it in,
that
you know
will
what I'm
work.
saying? And it'll work, and then I can cut and paste from there.
Yep. So ahead, I can type it in. So
Yep. As long as it's in once, you'll be able to do it just fine.
Yeah, so that makes sense. And then really, it's just going down and adding the 7s, the 8s, the 9s, adding the row number.
Yep. And if you want to pop that in, if you drag from the bottom right-hand corner and drag it down, so Tam will put this in there and then show you how to just basically. What?
Aren't you saying that essentially you can do a where it notices the
formula?
What am I looking at?
The formatting and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, the formatting. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you have one created already in the correct, make sure you have to have the formula in, not just a text. So you see how here say this text right here. When you look into the formula, this is where the formula bar, and it show you this formula right here.
So I need so I would need the formula in there, and then if I did 7, 8, 9, and then I drug it down, it would just add that formula in all of them, and then I hit enter.
Correct.
Just do 7.
Yeah.
Just do 7. Just watch Tam what he does.
Yep. So you move your mouse to bottom right, and then you can either move down and up. So I'm gonna
make sure the cursor changes like that.
Yep. So make sure the cursor is become a black cross.
Drop it down just like 2 or 3.
Here I can drop it down. So do you see how the formula change now with the bottom?
That's
and
crazy.
Then
okay.
So,
in my mind.
Oh, go ahead.
No. That's cool. So it changes the formula, not the it doesn't. That's
correct. Yep.
So instead of Q7, it will come be Q8. It will come be R8 instead of the route on. So this is why in this case you wanna drag it like this instead of copy and paste.
No,
and
yeah.
I can show you the difference between. So now if you just copy it and then you paste it down below,
it might still work, but
sometimes it might not.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do copy and paste for something with a formula like that. I would grab that bottom right-hand corner and drag it all the way to the bottom, and it'll move that formula all the way down.
So then the only question is, what is it? And so that's what it does. As long as it says 0, it just says Western Star up the very top. So it doesn't.
Yeah. So if it's 0, skip it.
Yeah, it'll put part of it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. Yeah. That's all, I didn't. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So that essentially you only need to work with the formula in one route. And everything else you can just drag it down.
Okay.
So that is for the body. And the next one you want to do is on the tag. You want to use the formula right here. It will be equal listed, comma, space, and then the S with the round number. So in this case, it will be 6.
Yeah.
And you see the results gonna be listed, radiator. And I can explain a bit more later, but you need to tag on the tag. You need to either do listed or dealer. And
Okay.
with tag, you are able to do multiple tags for one product. That's why in this case, the first tag I use is either this product gonna list the regular price or it's gonna list the dealer price. And changing from listed to dealer gonna determine that.
Okay.
And the next tag I have, which is the product type. So in this case, it is radiator. So, and the reason for that is when you go to product, you see how all of this right here, where you can filter your product just based on that tag on the top right here, and that is the reason for that.
So, hey, quick question for you. What's the difference right there? You have radiator. Oh, nope, go back there. You got radiator oil cooler combo. You have radiator oil cooler in bottom, radiator oil cooler combo. What are the difference between those three? Just curious.
So those are coming from your Excel file, I believe. So from this is a quick book that you sent to us in the past, and under product category, that's where one of the text came through from QuickBooks.
Okay. Okay. So I gotta fix that then. I gotta fix that then. Okay.
Yeah.
Because all three of those are the exact same thing.
Okay. You can need a quick from QuickBooks, which I would advise so all your data are consistent from because basically, essentially, remember you pull in data from QuickBooks and fill in the blank with Shopify. So I will actually go back to QuickBooks and fix it so you don't have it carry over. But if you don't want to do that, which is option number 2, you can also change it in here. So like, let's say if this somehow come up to that, you can manually go in and just change it. So like, if this is saying something along the line, if this is saying something like this, which is because you use a formula, every time you change in the source data, it will change the data in the one that you use formula as well.
Okay.
So like, let's just say you want to change this and you don't want to go back to QuickBooks to change it. You can just delete it from this column right here, and it will change this column and will essentially go to Shopify how you want it to go to.
Okay.
So you can, so that's really option number 2, is not go back to QuickBooks and just change it in here. But I will also probably advise go back to QuickBooks so later on when you have to edit that same product again, it's not repeating the same error as we have.
No, that makes sense.
So that is the formula. Yep.
If you don't mind, just if you can make a note on the radiator, if we can just do go back to the website real quick where you showed me that. Just because I got enough stuff I'm gonna say that I'm gonna be doing here the next few days. If you can just make it where it just says the one that's highlighted, radiator oil cooler combo. Yeah. That's what we want them all to say, and then we just get rid of the OC combo and the OC in bottom.
Okay, that's what we want, right? So just radiator oil cooler combo, that will be replacing radiator OC combo and radiator OC in bottom.
Yep. And then that's exactly right. And then where it just says oil cooler, there's no difference between a hydraulic oil cooler and an oil cooler. So you can I would just get rid of hydraulic oil cooler and just call it an oil cooler.
Okay.
And if you can help me with those, you know what I mean, here in the next 24 hours, whatever, then what I'll do is I'll just make sure when we go back I will make sure that we, on QuickBooks side, we make those changes.
Yep, I will have that on my end, and I should be
Awesome,
able
thank
to
you.
do it in the next 24 hours.
No, that's awesome.
Yep. So that, and again, you can drag it down to fill in the other cell below it. So I can just over. Yeah. Here we go. So that the next column is variant RAM, column AC, and the reason why we had to fill this in is because Shopify default measurement unit is on the RAM. So even if you have, excuse me, if you have it in weight, in pound, they won't recognize it either. So they will read the data wrong. So in this column AC right here, I will do a formula, this formula right here.
Okay.
For is basically one pound is equal 143.494, something like that, gram. So that's why if you do 86, if you do this weight in pound, multiply by how many gram per pound, that is how many variant gram you're gonna have.
Perfect.
And again, using the same method, I drag it down to the other column below. So it carry the formula and it fill in the formula for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Now the dimension AH, again, the reason why we have to do dimension because Advanced Shipping Manager, which is the app using for UPS shipping, they don't separate the three length, width, and height, but they just have one column called dimensions, and they fill it in those three, separated by space. So using the formula I have in here, again, you can either copy and paste or type it in, changing the round number to the actual round, so 6, A6, AF6, AG6, and then you see this part right here, basically, we're saying there's a space in between this data, so when I hit it, it will have all this right here. So combine these three columns for you. And using the same method, drag it down, so it makes the other column. So now you have the dimension that you will use for Advanced Shipping Manager.
Perfect.
And the last one on here is image alternate text, and that's the question you have for the Google, how it search an image and whatnot. In this case, we'll use this formula right here, which essentially carry the data from column O. So 06 will be this data. So I will copy that formula over on the image alternate text. Will be O. It will be 06, and that is filling in that whole title here for you. It's filling in that title, and then you can drag it down to make the other cells below that. So now this is how Google know what that image means when they send out their bot to kind of search in your website or whatnot. So that is all you need to do for formula. And like at this point, you almost halfway through, if not almost finished, how to finish this Excel file to import your product in.
Okay.
Yep. So now the next step is you have to determine if under this that we pretending this is the new 5 product. If this is all dealer, it have all dealer pricing, because here's what this one might not have it, but like from QuickBooks, when you export them, in this case, so that's how I gotta color coding it. But in this case, even though there's a pricing of dealer price on here, the description does say that is no longer available from dealer, and dealer price is no longer available. So you see how with this situation, you won't have the dealer price for this product right here.
Oh, hey, buddy. So there's a little misconception there. So
Okay.
when we say that it's no longer available from dealer, we mean Caterpillar. So the dealer who originally built it, it's no longer available from Caterpillar or from John Deere, and we can't look up their price. That has nothing to do with our dealer price.
So are you saying that this product is still available for both regular price and dealer price?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, it's fine. I can make an edit to the website. But with the instruction, you can disregard when it say if for product that don't have dealer price, please skip this step, because if that's the case, every single product on here will have 2 different pricing, one for regular and one for dealer. Is that correct?
Yep. Sorry about
Okay.
that. Yeah, that note that's in there is just really for our guys to let them know that we can't tell them when we sell a product at $2,000, we can't tell them that, hey, Caterpillar was $3,500, because we can't find the dealer price. So sorry about that.
No worries. I should have asked, but it's not a big deal. So for this step 4 right here, basically it's just gonna be, so what you wanna do now is, the reason why I waited this long to duplicate the route that for each product is because you mostly fill in most of the data you need for each product. And for dealer price, there's not much changing, so you can carry that over. So what you want to do here is, you see how I move my mouse all over to the left, where it's like I highlighted the route. If I click on it, I basically highlight the entire route, copy, and then right click at the route below it, insert, copy cell, and then you see how now it basically duplicate that route.
Yep.
And depending on your workflow, in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for every single product.
Now, why are you doing that?
Because you need to separate
Prices.
It leads to 2 separate lines. Basically, it's just unique product.
So basically you need a row for a price. So because you have a retail price and a dealer price, you will need a row a row for each.
Yep. And it's also because we want to hide. It's also because we want to hide the dealer price to the regular customer, and the way it's structured. You basically, it's two different products at this point, even though it's technically they are the same, but because we want to hide the pricing from dealer to consumer, you have to have two kind of the same, almost identical product, just different pricing.
So I guess my other question is how in the world would we ever connect Shopify with QuickBooks if we did that? Like that wouldn't make any sense at all.
You will keep the barcode and the SKU, so the barcode and the SKU is not changing if that's the case. The only thing that you will change is the handle. And again, the handle is essentially the URL on your website. So let's take the example. So let's just do this product right here, 2977AA. And right now I'm logging in under my account. So I already logged in. Actually, I'm gonna log out so you can see it a little bit better. But 2977AA. When I click on this product right here, this is the regular price for this product. When I click on it, notice how it says on here that the handle that I have. Now, if I log in with my account, which already I already set myself as a dealer. Now it was such the same product 2977AA. I click on it. I click on this one. This now you see the handle is changing to 2977AA dash dealer. And basically it is a separate page than a 297AA. And you see the price are different here.
Right. No, that totally makes sense. I'm just curious as if we were to ever actually have QuickBooks Online and Shopify, and they were talking to each other. If I have three of those on the shelf, I can't have three for dealer and three for, does that make sense?
Yep, and that's why you will keep the SKU and the barcode the same. Because that's how QuickBooks and Shopify talking to each other.
So it's
so like if I go to order this product and I go back, so one dealer order this product and one regular order this product, they both recognize as the same SKU. So no matter if you order it from a dealer price page or the consumer price page, Shopify that product will send a signal to QuickBooks saying that SKU 2977AA is ordered twice.
Okay, so I guess the other question is then, when you go back to your Shopify, the Excel page, the Shopify Excel page.
The regular price, you mean, or the Excel? Are you talking about this file right here? Oh, are you drop off?
Wes, are you there? He's just wondering how it'll.
Which is based on the SKU. It doesn't matter if it.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if it dealer page or whatnot.
Yep. It'll stay the same on both.
question, you there?
Yeah. Shows the meeting still going on.
Hello?
Are you there?
Yeah.
Somehow you got cut off.
Oh, go for it. You say going back to the Excel file?
Are you there?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Can you hear
I can
us?
barely hear you guys. Just a second. Weird.
Yeah, it
hold
sounds
on
like
for
you
a
got
second.
cut off somehow.
There you go. Yeah. Somebody shut me down.
It's the man. He's holding you down.
Yeah. Hey, so I guess the question is, we went back to the Shopify Excel page, okay, and I've got all these part numbers, and they all have dealer prices. They all have dealer and discount prices, whatever. So my question is, and again, I know we're not there yet, so if we need to just bag it and talk about it later, we can do that. But I'm just saying, if we had quantities in there, and I showed a quantity of 3 on the dealer and a quantity of 3 on the discount, that really is showing a quantity of 6. So does that make sense? Like,
it's basically whatever QuickBooks has in there is going to show as a quantity for the consumer and the dealer. It's not going to double them up inside of Shopify.
So if they're talking, they're talking. That makes sense. Okay.
Yep. If you're updating this by hand like this from Shopify, you're still going to want to say, I have 100 for you, dealer, or I have 100 for you, customer, because then whoever is ordering it is going to know there is a total of 100 that I can buy.
Gotcha,
and then when that 100 is gone, say it's down to 50, you show them both as 50, and you're good to go.
Gotcha.
Cool.
That makes sense.
Yep, and I think I heard what you're saying. I will actually bring it back to Shopify team just so I can get a confirmation on that. But I think what Phil said was actually accurate. But I'm gonna do a double check for you. But I see where you come from, and in terms of inventory tracking, I know that's important, so I make sure that we have it accurate for you, and then it won't have any problem. But I'm confident that Shopify figured that out. It's just a different setting, a different format we had to follow.
The other thing I'd love to, if somebody's having that conversation with Shopify, I would love to know, if I'm running QuickBooks Desktop and that doesn't work with Shopify, I just need to know what do I need? If it is just QuickBooks Online, and I asked the boss to get me the QuickBooks information to the guy and call our guy that we deal with QuickBooks, but he's not gonna know as much as the guy you're talking to.
Do you have a rep that you're working with QuickBooks on your end?
Yeah, I mean we have a rep. I don't have his information.
That rep should know. For sure what you need to do.
Yeah. And we can also, because if it's the app from Shopify, we can get the contact info of what party we should talk to in terms of the app capabilities and what they will be able to accomplish. Because the people who build the app from QuickBooks will be the one that know the best of how to solve this kind of questions. So I make a note to make sure that to get the contact info, because it's not going to be a one answer to answer all of the things that we want to accomplish. So it probably I expect going to be a back and forth conversation just to make sure that whatever that we're gonna do next is whatever is gonna work. But the way Shopify works, when I reach out to Shopify team, they usually will direct me to the rep who work on that app specifically. And then for QuickBooks specifically, we can ask more questions when it comes down to that.
Okay. And we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm sure there's many people that have used this and it works great. Like I said, it just has to work for us.
Yep. No, it's understandable. We'll make sure we have that answer for you next time. But besides that, so I just copy and basically duplicate every single product you have to the next one. So you see all the round now have two of them identical. And the next step you want to do is, like I say, add in this portion right here is dash dealer into the handle. So go to the handle right here, and you will do it for every alternate round. So this one you add that in, and then skip one. Next one you add that in, skip one. Next one you add that in, and then
so hold up real quick. Isn't there a way though that Excel won't Excel if it sees what you're doing? Can't you do some kind of deal to where you can still pull that down and it will just do that?
Yep. So the quicker way to do this is
highlight both.
Use a formula.
Try to highlight both of them, and then pull it down.
Oh, here we go. Oh no, it just copy the exact.
No, don't copy. Go down.
So highlight it.
Stop. Do you have dealer on this one? Do you have anything below this? Okay, find one where there's nothing below it. Nope, you're copying and pasting.
Hey, this is the one that just duplicate them.
Go back up. Highlight these two.
I thought there was a way to do that.
Tab right there. Fold down. There you go, let go. Nope, they put a 2 in there. Nope.
So you can use this formula right here.
Darn it.
It's gonna be equal. Click on the column on top and quotation, put in that wording, and then dealer. Now click on this right here, click copy, paste it in, and because it uses a formula, it pastes in for you the one
there you go.
on. Yep. So
and so at that point though, you couldn't because it would still grab every one, not every other one, right?
So you just have to go down and paste it instead of have to add in. So just do one copy. So copy the formula, go to the one that doesn't fill it yet.
No.
Paste it in.
I totally. Yeah, I understand that. I got you.
Paste it in.
Yep, you're gonna have to do it this way for right now.
I wonder if you can select multiple column. I don't think you could.
You should be able to. Just use control. Do you have control on a Mac?
Yeah, but it's command here. Let me redo this two right here.
Yeah.
So if I do, this is a formula. If I copy them and then click this one, control, click this one, control, click this one,
and
then
enter.
paste.
Yeah, paste. Sorry. There you go. Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, so
hold down control.
Here, let's go back all the way on the top.
Like I said, this isn't that big a deal with 75 to 100 numbers, but right now we have 18,810 numbers. You know what I mean? This is going to get old fast.
No, so the quickest way to do this is, formula equal wrap the cell on the top, and quotation dash dealer. Hit enter. Now copy it. And then hold on to your command or control in your keyboard. Click,
Yeah.
click, 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 right click, paste. I will carry everything for you.
Okay.
So that's the quickest way for it. Ideally, you can also short them and just do everything in one, but that's just gonna be a lot. So now you change the handle. The next thing you want to do is up on the tag for the one that say dealer, you want to change listed to dealer. So now I say dealer. Oh, is that, no, that's not the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. Dealer. So that's the formula I use. Change it to dealer for the one that's dealer. And then again, click, 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 and then paste. And that's all changed to dealer.
Nice.
So you see how it's alternate. For the handle, it's alternate. And for the tag, it's alternate. And you have to have this tag done in order to not show that in consumer pricing.
Okay.
And the last step on this is just changing the price of it so now is the time that you have to go back to the original QuickBooks Excel and use the pricing from dealer price on the one that have the dealer handle on it. So in this case will be
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I think like I say, because we want to hide it, we essentially will have to have basically two different products with two different pricing tiers for it. Fine. Where's the price? Column 8L. So, price. This price. And then match destination formatting. So I probably forgot setting 1547 1740 2305 3445 4097. Yep. And that you just change the one that have the dealer pricing. And that as far as working on this Excel file, you basically finish it so you can import this file into Shopify and Advanced Shipping Manager. So what I will do right now is I can follow through, but I won't hit up. Actually, I'll be able to hit update. It's fine. So let's delete this guy. So let's say after you work on it, this is what the format of the template that you have. The only info you're missing right now is just column A and B. And this is only because it only give you this info after you upload the product into Shopify, because this will be the assigned product ID, assigned variant ID that Shopify give it when the product is uploaded. And this is used for the freight shipping template for XPO. So now when you go back to Shopify, what you will do is product, and I can put this with screenshot after this document here for you as well. So you have the step-by-step instruction field. So after that, you want to go product, import, choose the file, and then navigate to that Excel file that's on your computer. So in this case, I navigate it to mine, hit choose. If this is a new product, you'll probably be okay. But if you updating some product info that's already in the system, you want to check on replace any current products that have the same handle. And again, handle is how Shopify recognizes the unique product. So you want to check this to override all the data that currently exists on the system, and then hit upload file.
Okay.
So now it kind of show you like the screenshot of potentially what it kind of look like. So you can see this one right here, title, description, the time, the vendor, and then the weight of it, and then kind of like the pricing of it. So what you want to do is you want to start import after you upload it, and you start import. So now it's done, import it, and it should get a. So after you're done, it will send you an email. Right now it's send the email to the admin email, which is on the side. But it will notify you something like this, where it say it received the template. There were 12 products that successfully imported. If there's an error, it will say in here. But as long as you follow kind of like the instruction I gave in here, it shouldn't be an error on its end. So that is how you import the product into Shopify. And that's to show the product on Shopify, and there's a regular price and a dealer price. I'm gonna stop right here if you have any additional questions. The next step is just upload the same template to the Advanced Shipping Manager.
Okay, and then so and I got this. Is this the same place that you would? Where do you go and upload it? Advanced Shipping Manager.
It's the same portal. So on the product, that's where for Shopify, and then again, I will jot down all of this with screenshots so you know where it's all located and everything. I just kind of want to walk you through first. But for Advanced Shipping Manager, you will look on the left where it says app.
Okay.
And you will see it right here. And along with XPO LTL, freight code, that's another app. So this app right here is how you locate to the other two apps.
Okay.
So you click on Advanced Shipping Manager. It opens a new window for you. And this is what Advanced Shipping Manager looks like. Now, what you need to do is navigate to where it says Upload Database in CSV format. Click on this one. Hit Choose File. And select the same CSV file that we were working on. So you select as Shopify Master Template, choose it, and hit Upload. And then I can zoom it in closer, but it's really quick. After you've done it, it will say 12 items updated.
Perfect.
And it's because this is just existing item. In this, before we go, in this Advanced Shipping Manager, you can also tap to see how the pricing for it and everything. So 55402 is my zip code, and I will just use one which is Wait, 231. Okay. It's actually, this is a bad sample because all the product that we use is over 150 pounds, which in this case, you don't need to upload them into Advanced Shipping Manager because UPS shipping cap at 150 pounds.
Gotcha.
But if there's, let's use the one that's not. Let me do a quick one on the one that under 150. Yeah, I'm gonna click this one.
But I understand what you're saying. Essentially, it'll give you a quote.
Yep. One quick note on here though, and I can write it down later because this is not applicable. But remember how for the product from 1 pound to 90 pounds, we won't allow them to ship. If it's over 90 pounds, then you don't have UPS route as a shipping option.
Yep.
If that, and then again, I will write it down for you, but if that's ever case, the column that will affect it is column BW, invalid shipping method. And if that's a product that doesn't allow, for the product doesn't allow UPS shipping, you want to put in a 1 on that. And basically it was saying, so I can show you Advanced Shipping Manager. I set the shipping rate as 1 is UPS route, 2 is UPS second day air, and 3 is UPS next day air. And then for UPS route, is 1 to 90 pounds. So it doesn't ship anything on 90 pounds. So by putting the number 1 in column BW, you basically say that this method, this UPS route shipping, is not included in this product.
Mm.
And but the 2 and 3 is still available. So the same, like, let's say in the future, somehow you don't want the 1 pound to 90 pound, or you don't want that product to have UPS next day air, you would just put a 3 in this column.
Gotcha.
Like, that will be the exclusion shipping method for that product is the one under invalid ship method. So in this case, it won't applicable. But I just show you how to update the advanced shipping manager in here also. So that all you need to do for advanced shipping manager for UPS shipping. Before I go, any question on that?
Nope.
Yep, and like I know this a lot, but we're almost there. And again, we will write everything with screenshot and video for you. But if you at this point, you already more than 2/3 of the way that you need to fill in. So the last step is export TL freight code, and then again you'll be able to find it on the app. Click on that. This is what the interface look like when you click on it. And with this, again, the only additional information you have to fill in that left on this master CSV template is just the product ID and the variant ID. And this info won't be available until the product uploaded to Shopify. And it's just how the XPO freight shipping app works. So what you want to do here is go to import CSV. Before you choose the file, hit template, which is the highlighted blue on the line right here. Hit on template. It will ask you what email you want that template to be sent to. And in this case, I just gonna put my email address so we can have it on hand so we can process it. So now it say the CSV format was sent to me. Here we go. Okay. Now this is what is sent to me. You get an email like this with a template. Double click on it. This is what the template looks like. You don't have to worry about any other columns on here because we already established that with our master template. The only 2 columns you will pay attention to is product ID and variant ID. And what will probably be faster even is short them. So if I highlight the entire workbook, if I go to custom short and I short by handle, hit OK. Now it all shorted for you. So because they will just export every single product in the database, you just have to find the one that you want to import new in. So in this case, you will have to look up for 601131. This is the one right here. Copy the 2 product ID and variant ID on here for 601121. Copy them and paste it in. match destination. That's a handle. What else? This one. $601131 dealer. It is two right here. Copy them. And then you will fill out all of this. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. With this right here, so 606061.
I mean, I guess did it mess up all those numbers? Why can't you just cut and paste the whole thing though?
You could, and it would just override whatever that's in there. So because this Shopify template right here, let's say in the future, so like in our example right now, it only has the new product that we imported in. But if you have the master product where every single product is in here, you can technically copy and paste the whole thing in. You just have to make sure whatever that's shorted on here. So you want to do is short it by handle, custom short. This one by handle. Okay. And now this shorting will be consistent as this the other template shorting in here, which is this format. So you would just copy and paste this code right here. And essentially it is 187 right now, and paste it all in on this column. The reason why I didn't do it now because this master right here is only have 13 products.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And I think and tell me what you think. We probably won't be doing too much adding. It's probably one of those things where we're going to get a master list together, and we'll try to we will override it every time with that new list, because I don't want to do, you know what I mean? I don't want to do this that often.
Yeah, and that will be the goal. Is that after this, I will convert this Shopify master template to be including all of the product that we have put out so far. I just didn't have it today because in the past I have worked with basically 3 different Excel files, and then I just realized that we can combine them all together. So that's what we'll give it to you, is to have the master template with every single product that exists on your website right now. And you can just copy and paste the thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
So 7, 5, 7, 1. All right, let's say that, actually I'm gonna finish it just so it's correct. 6, 6. 7, 5, 4. 704. 705, 431. All right, let's say now I have this right here filling. So after you fill out column A and B, and on the Shopify master template, that is completely fill out every column you need for the all three apps together. So from this point, you're gonna go back to XPO LT code in Shopify. Check on this box right here. Where say the first row contains column header. You're gonna choose a file and then use the same file that we've been working on. Hit choose, hit next. After you hit next, it's gonna tell you to identify each of this on the left to what the drop down here. So you just match it with the name. Basically, so product ID will be product ID, variant ID will be variant ID, code method, freight class, weight will be down here, length here, width, height. You can ignore these 5 columns right here because it won't be applicable. For the hazardous material, it'll be the same. And then ignore these 2 columns down here, and then hit next. And it will tell you that put in the address when it's done exporting, then it will have it. So I'll put in my thing. And now it's just gonna start uploading. And when it's done, then your product basically are good to go. So by using this template right here and filling in either copy and paste using the default value or using formula or like additional steps, basically you have everything to fill out for the 3 apps that need it, which is Shopify, Advanced Shipping Manager, and XPO Freight Shipping. And that's all you have to do to import a new product into the website that allow them to calculate the shipping cost for them and to have them with freight shipping.
Did you really just say that's all you have to do? There's a lot. I want to make sure, Tam, you said that's all I have to do.
Well, you don't have to do it after this, so technically that's all you have to do.
So you're done for the day.
I'm pretty sure that Albin said, "Hey, let's make this really complicated because I think we can keep this account for another 6 months to 12 months."
Yeah, imagine they have to like figure all this out, and then combine them. But the good news is what I'm training you right now is basically, in my opinion, is the best way and the best approach. Because again, I did a lot of tests and error, and especially with the freight shipping, advanced shipping, so we work with Advanced Shipping Manager, and how we be able to combine all the data together into one central place for you. So the good news is this instruction is already eliminated, I would say probably 20 to 30 different steps that you're not showing right now, is because this is probably the best way and the seamless way for you to go through. But that's just how the 3 apps can be working together.
Okay. No, that gives it, update the manual you sent me with just the last couple bits about the XPO. It was a little easier to keep track of it when I could read along with you. But so if you can update that manual for me, I've got a pretty good idea. I'm sure that I'm going to struggle a little bit, but like I said, the first time or two, I'll be bugging you guys. And then I just got to figure out on my end, what are we going to do? We're going to add another 50 to 100 numbers of this, or we're going to throw the whole thing together and do it one time.
Yeah. And I would suggest doing a couple small ones. If you're going to do like one big mamma jamma, do a couple small ones first, just to test it out.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, hey, my phone, it looks like my phone's going to die. I'm down to 5%. But I'm hoping that's a pretty good stopping point for today.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, it's all in how much you can intake, and that's a lot to intake in one day.
Yeah, no, but it all makes really good sense. And Tam, you're right. You did a good job of breaking it all down and saying, this is what you got to do. You got to do this, and this goes here. I'm just getting a little bit to my
learning limit?
my max. I sat in a class.
No way.
And when I did, I didn't do a very good job. So.
No, you're good. So yeah, let's say we stop right here today. On Thursday, maybe you should come up with like a 5 product or 10 product you want to import next to the website instead of going to the same list that we have right now. And on Thursday will be more of like showing you and looking at you while you're doing it, so we can kind of correct it on the way. Like I said, I know this stuff is intimidating, but I hope that we simplify them enough that you have the good foundation and then go through step by step, along with the instruction and whatnot. So I think we'll be good.
Sounds good, guys. I appreciate it.
That's what we're here for, Wes.
Okay, we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, let all that digest, and we'll talk to you in a couple days.
Sounds good.
All right, take it easy, Wes.
Thanks, Wes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.